This is the Marvel Legends series 3.75-inch Hydro Man, part of the third wave of these new 3.75-inch figures for 2016. Here's the rest of the assortment. And again, another Spider-Man villain. Well, he was, for a while he fought the Fantastic Four as the Frightful Four, but most commonly known as, well, he first appeared in an Amazing Spider-Man comic book, so I'm putting him as a lesser villain for the Spider-Man universe, and he's been with the Sinister Syndicate and whatnot, so Spider-Man foe. And the whole idea of Hydro Man for me was okay. I thought it would be pretty interesting to have this Spider-Man villain in 3.75-inch form. And I was honestly, when I saw pictures of this, I was expecting that he'd have a full body, and that, you know, this would be like an alternate body, like a lower half of the body you could take off and snap on, but instead Hasbro decided to go cheap and just decided to have half of a figure onto an accessory. I think this thing, it looks great on display, but there's really not so much anything you can do to play with. I was kind of hoping with the other extra body they'd give him those water blast or something like that. Maybe, you know, they'd sacrifice articulation or something like that, but they'd give him all the water accessories. That I think would have been really nice, but instead it's just really a base and half a figure. And the base, let's talk about the base. The base is made of this soft PVC material outside for the detail of the water, which is stellar. I am blown away by this. I love the color. I love that greenish hue that it has. I love it. I love the design. It's fantastic. Inside is this one is still soft PVC, but inside is it's very stiff plastic right there where my finger is. It's very stiff plastic that's in a way, such a way that you cannot bend this. It'll be upright, it'll be erect, and which is great, I think. So you can stand him up, he's not gonna lean or anything like that. So that's great. No need for paint apps. I think it's phenomenal, this whole water effect thing. The figure itself, paint apps, not too bad. It's, I think, an original I don't know if the costume is the second version or the third version. It has a bit of armor, but I've seen him with the whole bodysuit. Feels like an armor. This one feels like with an arc reactor. I have no idea from which era this one is. Feels like a more modern Hydro Man, maybe from the Sinister Syndicate. I don't know. But it looks great. I'm glad they went all out on the articulation of the upper half. They got waist articulation. It's got a ball jointed upper torso, a ball jointed neck on a hinge, or is it just a hinge? Yep, it's a ball joint on a hinge. Ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, just a hinge elbow, and swivel wrist. Look at that. I'm just so happy about that wrist. So he looks great. The head sculpt looks really nice. The eyes might be, you know, if you're sifting through several on the pegs, you might want to check that the eyes are painted evenly. This one's okay. It's not too bad. Incidentally, I picked up this figure at Kramer Toy Warden. They got all the best Marvel and Star Wars figures out there in hobby shops. Very, very nice. Here's with Spider-Man. And just for lack of another figure to compare him to, I don't know why I picked up Iceman, but it seemed like the right figure to compare him to at the moment. Yeah. Put Iceman there. So Hydro Man. A little bit disappointed there are no other accessories and half a body. If you're a big Spider-Man fan, definitely pick this guy up. It'll look good on your shelf. But I'm a casual collector of Spider-Man figures and villains. I pick them. If I like it, I get it. If I don't like it, I go ahead and skip it. This one, I'm a little bit on the fence. I would recommend it if you're a Spider-Man fan, but if you're not, this is a pass. You can wait for it on clearance. I don't think it's worth full-on retail price for half a figure and a stand. Also, if you live here in Manila or in a tropical country where it's very humid, temperatures are very high during the summer and all that, I can already imagine this thing becoming very, very sticky and attracting dust and whatnot. If I am keeping this figure, I'll probably keep it in packaging. I don't think I can display it out in the dust and the sunlight and humidity. It's just going to be a nightmare just to do that. So, with that being said, I don't know. I'm usually very generous with my ratings for Marvel figures. But because of the disappointment I had with this figure, it's just going to get a 7 out of 10 for me. I mean, the upper half is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I think it's phenomenal, the upper half. But I wish they'd given him a full body that you could replace with this and that, with the base. That would have been really, really perfect. Would have gotten a 10 out of 10 for me. But as it is, kind of disappointing, and I don't think it's worth the price it's going for just for that. Maybe on clearance, maybe 20%, 30% off, it'd be okay. So 7 out of 10. Sorry, 7.5, okay. There you go, folks. The Marvel Legends series 3.75 inch Hydro Man. Thanks for watching.